It was a cloudy Sunday. I woke up earlier than usual, my mind heavy, my chest tight. For days, I hadn't been sleeping well, and I thought a walk might clear my head. I grabbed my phone, put on my headphones, and left the house with no destination. The air was cold, and a thin mist floated over the pavement like a sheet of smoke. I wandered through empty streets until I reached a path I usually avoided, the old road that runs alongside the town cemetery. During the day, it looks ordinary, but there's something about it, a silence that listens back. Still, I kept walking. I just wanted to breathe, to think about something else. The wind had stopped. Not a leaf moved. And yet, I heard the first sound, a faint crack behind me, like someone stepping on a twig. I turned quickly, but the street was empty, just me and the fog. I kept walking, slower now. I had that strange sense of being watched, not from one place, but from everywhere at once. As I got closer to the cemetery fence, I saw wilted flowers, melted candles, and white ribbons tied with names written in fading ink. Out of curiosity, I leaned in to read one, and my stomach dropped. The name on the ribbon was mine. Same name, same last name, same initials. For a second, I told myself it had to be coincidence. But who would write that name? And why was that ribbon alone, separate from the rest, as if someone had placed it there recently? Then came the smell, not of decay, but of wet soil and rust, like iron or old blood. I took a step back. From the other side of the wall came a metallic sound, heavy, slow, like a coffin lid shifting dot. My heart started pounding. I tried to laugh it off, pretend it was nothing, but deep down, I knew I shouldn't be there. I kept walking, pretending to ignore it. But every few steps, I heard another pair of footsteps, perfectly matching mine, half a beat behind. I stopped. The sound stopped. I moved again. It followed. I froze, listening. The world went still. Then I heard it, a voice, soft, dragged, whispering my name. Not shouting, not threatening, just whispering. Close enough that I felt cold air brush the back of my neck. I ran. I didn't think. I just ran. The road seemed to stretch longer with every step. The trees on each side looked as if they were moving, bending closer. The footsteps behind me multiplied. One on the left, one on the right, another just behind. Then silence. Total silence. No wind, no sound, no echo. That's when I realized where I had stopped, right in front of the cemetery gate. It was open, wide open. The hinges creaked with a thin, human-like moan. Inside, the headstones stood in neat rows, disappearing into the fog. And there, in the center, something moved. A shadow, tall, thin, its motions slow and uneven, like a body missing some of its bones. My eyes struggled to focus, but the mist moved with it, as if it were part of the thing. And then I heard it again, my own voice, coming from inside the cemetery. It said only one word: go back. I don't know how long I stood there. When I finally moved, the gate began to close on its own, slowly, almost inviting me to decide whether to run or to enter. I ran. I didn't look back. The sound of the metal slamming shut echoed through the air like thunder. When I got home, cool, I locked every door, turned off every light, and sat on the floor, trying to make sense of what happened. For hours, I just listened to the ticking of the clock, waiting for the first light of morning. I didn't sleep, but around 4 a.m., I heard 3 knocks on my window, slow, steady. When I pulled the curtain back, there was only fog, and on the glass, 3 long streaks, as if someone had dragged their fingers from the inside. The next day, I went back to the cemetery. The gate was locked with a heavy chain. No white ribbon, no flowers, no footprints, nothing. I asked the caretaker, an old man who'd worked there for decades, if anyone had tied a ribbon to the fence recently. He said no. No one had touched that place for months. But when I mentioned the name, I saw his face changed. He stared at me for a moment, then said, "That name is on one of the oldest graves here. He died exactly 100 years ago today." I felt the ground vanish beneath me. The wind picked up, spinning dry leaves through the air, and for an instant, I thought I saw something move between the trees. A shadow, the same height, the same shape, the same feeling. I went home without looking back. Since that day, I never walked near that road again. But every time the sky turns gray, I smell that same scent of iron and earth, the same chill, the same memory. What scares me the most isn't what I saw. It's what happens sometimes, late at night, when the wind stops and silence fills the air. Somewhere outside, footsteps start to echo, slow, deliberate, coming closer. They always stop at the same spot, right beneath my window. And before I can even move, I hear that same whisper. Soft, close, unmistakable. Go back.